Good morning, everybody. Praise Jesus for another beautiful day. Yes, let me stop this music. Alrighty, everybody. Woo! Here we go, man. Yeah! What's going on, AJM? First guy in the box. Yes, I have to answer my what? Okay. I just wanted to get an idea of what people thought, right? And so, it is what it is. Yeah, what's up, Chris? How you doing, my man? Sorry if I'm yelling into this thing. Is it like when I yell, is it making a horrific sound? Is this good enough right here? Is the sound great right here, or was it better when I was screaming in there? Okay, right on. 3 thumbs and a heart. Praise the Lord. Oh man, I am so excited, man. I am so excited about things lining up. So excited about possible dates for Rapture. I'm so excited about, even if it's not going to happen, right? That we're close on the other side, because there's one thing I do know is we're absolutely at a point in human history where things are going to get all bad. If you don't think that already, then I'm not saying dangerous for people minute by minute, but the depravity is going to go lower, and just the nastiness of this world is going to go lower. And so it's either going to pop on its own because of the economy, because of the poison, because of the lies, because of the grooming the kids in school, because of the abortion, right? It's going to get that way in one of those ways, or we're going to get raptured out of here, or we're going to face tribulation and we're going to get out of here with God. And so I'm thinking that the most preferable thing, and the thing that I think is true, I mean, it looks pretty accurate to me, is that pre-trib rapture, and we're out of here very soon. Like, I mean, especially with the fig tree generation, we are very close. Now, if there's no rapture and we're on the other side of the 1,000 years, then we are very close to the Lord returning. The only danger in thinking that, and I know that there's a lot of strong Christians that I know that don't believe in a rapture that'll be able to handle it, but this is one thing that I will say could be a problem, is if you are not waiting on a man of sin, a antichrist type figure, and you think that part is over and you're just waiting on the Lord to return. Could you be fooled by this antichrist? That's the thing that you want to be scared of. And I guess that people have this other idea that if you're waiting on a rapture and you don't get one, then people will fall away. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. I mean, if there was no rapture, it would just make me cling on to God even tighter, because then I would know that things are going to be coming my way, harsh things, and that I'm going to need God for that. Only with God can I get through any of that. And I know that because only with God am I even here where I'm at now. And I'm ready for things to get worse. I'm ready for things to get off the hook, if that's what it takes. I mean, falling away would just be the worst thing that anyone could possibly do at this point. I don't know what could make a person want to give up, especially knowing what the other side is facing. I mean, at the very least, thrown in that lake of fire forever. Sorry, Cold Springs Queen, that you had to hear that right off the bat. The lake of fire, right? Hey, Shepherd's voice, shalom, yes, or shalom. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so American, right? Judas was the first son of perdition, so who will be the second? Well, I mean, there was others, I thought. Wasn't there other Antichrist figures? Who knows? I think so. I mean, wasn't Hitler like one of those Antichrist type figures? I don't know. I mean, if you believe history anymore, right? I don't even know if I believe in George Washington anymore. That's how bad it's gotten. That's how bad history has gotten. I don't even know if I believe in George Washington. I don't know if I believe that Mount Rushmore was made by regular people and those are presidents. What if those were like kings or fallen angels or something, and they were made by giants or something like that? I know. But hey, but Shannon, that's the world now, man. That's what's crazy. I mean, it would almost be preferable if we knew that stuff was happening. Oh yeah, look at all the wonderful, amazing people that are here on the weekend. Oh wow, look at that. Look at her, there's Faith too. So that's Tanya's here, and so is Faith, and so is Shannon, so is AJ. Oh wow, look at everybody. Hold on, there's more people up here. Chris is here. And yeah, this is great, man. This is great. And Bubba, of course, right? Bubba's here. Mr. Smooth himself, right? And yeah. Well, I don't know what the Antichrist will be. I mean, it's pointing to certain people, right? But I think it's more to it than a person. Yeah, I'm kind of with Shepherd's voice on this. I think that it's going to be a hybrid type. Well, there's a difference, Shepherd's voice, between the beast and the son of perdition. The beast is going to be Satan. That's no question about that. But the son of perdition will be, will have power like the beast. But I think that will be like, a lot of people are saying Obama, but if it is, then he's going to be a hybrid with something AI or some kind of genetic thing with Osiris, or something that we've never seen before. And so same here, Bubba, but I might blow away here. Lots of crazy windstorms. No, I get it. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening, It's what's up, homeless in America? Man, we have a lot of people here. And so let me go fix my air conditioning because I didn't need it earlier, but now I kind of do. I feel kind of queasy, guys. What do I do for feeling queasy? I mean, not sick, but yucky, I feel yucky. Does that make sense to you guys? I just feel yucky. I don't feel happy. I don't feel happy with that, with how I feel. I feel yucky. Like I'm gonna be like, I don't know, like I'm nauseated. But that could also be, who knows? Any kind of spirits sneak in here. And cause all that kind of yeah, it could be fluoride in the water. Well, you know what? I've been staying away from the water, but then again, I eat a lot of rice, right? So it's got to be in the rice, right? I've probably had so much fluoride in my life that it's just out of control. Like every time that like there's been like poison found in some kind of way that they're doing it to us, right? I've probably participated the most in it. Like TV, drinking water. Have I slept? No, no, I haven't. I haven't, Faith. I've been very, very tired lately, and but I've also been. Well, I've been taking naps. I mean, I won't say that I haven't slept, but we're actually thinking about. I was thinking about moving the times, right, later again, to fit Jake in more and to fit other people in more as far as being able to be guests. But now it's looking more and more like a third show is gonna instead of two shows, it'll be three shows, and then they really will have to be 45 minutes. I won't have any leeway at all on that because it will be too hard, like in the long run. Because I'm always tempted to do like double shows or triple shows because I like talking to you guys, and sometimes it's great. But if I don't cut them off, right, then I don't think I could do that many in a row like that. It'll eventually get to me. Yeah, his name is Jake too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The other Jake is he's on um, Thursdays and Tuesdays and Fridays with Stephanie. Yeah, Jacob. That's heel sneak to trip, right? To trip somebody up. Trickster. I don't know. I thought that's what it meant. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's the first time you knew his name? No, that's not the first. That's another Jake. We all know homeless in America. Come on now. You guys are crazy. No, so like I mean what do you guys think is going on with there's just so much going on in the world right now. There's so much going on with sovereignty, there's so much going on with medicine, there's so much going on with the economy. Has anybody heard of anything that's going on that like is looking like we need to be afraid of it? I hate my name, to be honest. The cheater. Oh, it means the cheater? Well, it's only called that, right? Because, of how Jacob kind of tricked Esau into some things. But Jacob was righteous. So that's a good name. I mean, it does mean heel sneak or trickster, cheater. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, he did do some cold-blooded stuff, but he was blessed, right? God loved him, and none of us are perfect either, right? So that's a good sign of that, right? Like, obviously David wasn't perfect, and Jacob wasn't perfect, And but they were blessed and loved by God, right? Because their heart was for God. They trusted God. They were righteous through God. Watched my ex start with a low dose of meds at 17 years old for diabetes and it led to kidney transplant. Oh my Lord, that's so hard. Where are you going? Shepherd's voice is leaving? Oh, I wish I wanted you to stay. Can you call me later? Shepherd's voice, are you still listening? Man, I want to. Sorry about this noise. I want you to call me later after the show, if you can. Oh, she's so hard to get a hold of. Anyway, yeah, none of us are worthy of the kingdom, right? None of us. And so, like, if you think about it like that, only Jesus could have. No, Faith, come on now. Only Jesus could have paid that price for us, you know? And it makes us all equal. It gives us all a level playing field. And no matter how much of the burden, like if you bared most of the burden, you were straight and did everything you were supposed to do and was in line with God for your whole life, right? And then someone just shows up and they are, have a heart for God. We're all gonna get the same pay, right? And no matter what time you showed up to work. I'm collecting Jakes. I guess you could say that. Oh, would you stop it? You guys are off the hook, man, today. I don't know what the subject should be today now getting the temperature of the room. I just know that I keep getting more and more excited for the end to come, and I'm noticing time is slowing down, and I'm noticing that people are either digging in more on their doctrine or they're loosening up more to learn. And I definitely didn't. There's some things about the end times I didn't really fully believe or dig into until just recently. And now I think I'm lining up with like several people, just kind of automatically. And I think it's exciting, guys. You don't think it's exciting to know that, like, God will be here soon, and not only will there, not be any suffering for us. I mean, it's not like I'm really suffering right now, but for the people that are being victimized out there, right? For the people that are having like a very, very hard life, they're counting on this, right? They're counting on having a new body and a new life and a new hope, our only hope. And so I look forward to God coming. And I know that there is a crown, I think. Is it the crown of righteousness or is it the crown of faith that that you get for even just wanting God to return? Toes are wild. Have y'all seen someone with 6 toes and 6 fingers? Weird stuff. Or webbed feet. Oh yeah, I've heard of the 6 fingers and 6 toes. But isn't that Nephilim people? Like Nephilim? Have you ever like heard of any, like, I know that there was a picture. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'm scratching my eye. Sorry. I know that there's a picture he was on the Marlins or something. He had 6 fingers. And I think there is something to that. Because you're right, AGM, when the Native Americans would greet each other, they would say how, and then they'd hold up their hand so that you could see how many fingers they have. And webbed toes, yeah. You wonder what that's all about. And then whatever happened to leprosy, right? Shouldn't there still be cases of that? Or does their witchcraft get rid of the symptoms of that? You know, that's the thing, right? It's hard to know like what they can affect. Because isn't that what like allopathic medicine is like treating the symptom, treating whatever symptom you have? I don't know if it even claims to fix the problem. Yeah, but like you would think, right, that they would be able to swim good, but like if you're not used to having webbed feet, then would you be able to use them at all? Hey, Ann, how you doing? Great to see you. And of course, official facts checker, of course. So it says here, so Bubba says, yes, and one had a lineage with 6 fingers that supposedly went back to Enoch. Didn't say which Enoch, there were 2. There was a good and a bad Enoch. But I'm sure there's a lot of good and bad Stevens out there too. You know what I mean? And I would probably be the bad Stephen. I don't know. Like if there was another one, I don't know. It's weird though. I know my name means crown or king, right? And my last name means blessed. But I don't know what that means. Like, does God give you your name through like, your grandma or something, whoever named you, right? Because all the patriarchs' names, right, like in the Bible, like all lined up to mean a message, right? And so you wonder, like, does God give us? I think God gives us our names too. He knew what they would be, right, prior to us getting them. And if you think about just how intricate and how detailed just the narrative alone for us to have life here, and that God knew all of it, every word, every detail. And then that's just the words. That's just the created words it's not even linear as far as like time you think you're going from the past to the future. But we're not traveling a distance, right? We're in this, we can only be right now. And all that time has already happened. It's either happened before or it's happened after. Your name means faith. It means to believe without seeing. You don't know what your name means, babe? But your last name is an anagram for the opposite of your name, which is fear. It's an anagram for fear. Which I think it balances you out, right? Balances you out. Leprosy is just a disease that attacks your nervous system. Yeah, but see, they used to do yeah, but leprosy is like attached to sin, isn't it? That's what I always thought, That's why Jesus healed people, I thought. The data collection on people's DNA trying to find out the ancestry. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever give my DNA to anybody. I was tempted to want to do that, but my brother did it, right? So it's like what's the point of doing it if your exact brother does it? No, I know her name means Fuego. She's talking about her first name. She doesn't know what her first name means. But I think she was kidding. I think it means laughter. Yeah, Fuego is fire. Caliente Fuego, right? Fuego Caliente. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. My mom always said my name meant slow water, but I like that it's a river in Ireland. Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. That's totally nice. Yeah, of course, I know you were kidding. Slow driver. My name is Angelina, messenger of God. I named my daughter Gianna just because I love the name. Just looked it up because of this conversation. It means God is gracious. See, I think God picks those names, right? And it was perfect, right? And so, hey, I have my cousin had a child named Angelina. This was like, I would say, how long ago was this? Probably probably 20 something, 30 years ago, something like that. And he never really saw her that much. And we lost touch with her, and we always wanted a relationship with that person. She was from Castro Valley. So every time someone's name is Angelina, I always tell that story in case it's that person, you know. And yes, thanks to you, I see that. Yeah, but see, like think about all the things that have to work out perfect in the Bible, right? All these numbers all line up, all these patriarch names line up. It doesn't stop at the Bible. This is how amazing God is, right? It doesn't just stop at the Bible. It's everybody is carefully planned exactly like that. He wants us to know it too. He wants us to test these things because there's confirmation everywhere if you're looking for it. It's just that like sometimes it's so good to be true. We go, is that God? Was that from God? Like, because it was so good to be true, right? And it absolutely is from God. Just the fact that we're even awake now in this crazy world, like it's obviously a created story. It's obviously upside down because people would, if all this was natural, people would see that there's goofy stuff going on, you know, and that nothing is true, you know. Says maybe that's why my mom called me Andrew John. So what does that mean, Andrew? You know? And even your last name means something. I won't put it out publicly, but a lot of people know your name though. God is so amazing. Like sometimes I wonder, like maybe too much, right? That like why me? Like why was I allowed to know how to get saved? Why was I allowed to find the Bible? I mean, we could have been anybody. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to get called by my middle name when my mom would get mad too. Yep. Well, a funny story about that is my son's name is Cole, Cole, right? Because he was born near Christmas. Cole for Christmas. And his middle name is Avery, right? Which is a pretty cool name, soft, but it's a cool name. It's pretty. And so when he came home from the hospital, I was always calling him, "Hey Colbert, what's going on, Colbert?" But there is no Bert in his name, you know, like Bert is not part of his name. I just put that in there, like, "Hey Colbert," you know. Like if I was saying, "Hey, Faith Bert," you know what I mean? Like I'm just adding it in there. And so like my ex-wife, she hated it, right? She's like, "Don't call him that. Don't ever call him that." But then one time she got mad at him and she said, "Colbert Avery." Like she said it when she was mad, and it became like part of it. That's when it became part of his name because she couldn't get mad at him and not say Bert, the Bert part. Oh, I thought that was the funniest thing ever because she hated it. I mean, she really hated it. She didn't want me to say Bert. But oh well, it's in there now. And sometimes when I call him, that's all I say. I'm like, "Hey, Bert," and he answers to it. You know, he likes it, and I think it's cute. You know, it's like a good little name. You know, it's like a little side name that nobody else knows, right? And maybe it was meant to be, right? And so it is what it is. So what does it mean, Andrew John, Andrew, first disciple of Jesus, and brother of John, who are the first who watched the Baptist baptize Jesus? Wow. Well, that's pretty amazing, I like that. Oh, Faith. Faith. What? Uh, my middle name is my middle name is my dad's name too. Yeah. It's hard because like to see my dad's name like on Facebook because he's gone now. It's hard to see his name. Like I see it in my name. I don't know if other people notice it, but it's hard to see it. My name is boring. You guys have good names. No, hey, but boring is good too. Yeah, and Conrad is a great name. You know? Oh wow, Cold Springs. Hey Cindy, what's going on? Yeah, I'm still here. Well, I started late, you know? I started 7 o'clock on the weekends. I gotta keep delivering a show to you every day. I was doing that for a while because I know you don't get the what do you call it, alerts. I know. I think that's great, Faith. I think that's pretty cool. That's like my favorite part about you is your name. Um, let's see here. Your mom's ex-husband. His last name is Patience. No way, really? That's pretty cool. You don't think that's cool? So your ex step grandma? What does that even mean, man? What are you saying? So your mom's ex-husband's mom. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be able to even figure that out, man. My dog's middle name is Faith. What? What is your dog's name? The first name of your dog? Steven's middle name is Sleepy. Is it really? No, my middle name means supplanter. It's kind of a English name for Jacob. James. She used to be she used to be your step grandma, but your mom divorced her son. So what does that make her now? Like your former, or can you still have her as your step grandma? I mean, your mom's divorce shouldn't have anything to do with your relationship with grandma. Sophia Faith. No, Sophia is the Gnostic name for the Holy Spirit. Oh, that's almost blasphemous, Cindy. Not really. I mean, not really, because you didn't know that. But like now that people are starting to make that push, right? There's all kinds of push of doctrines of devils now, all kinds of stuff to really watch out for. There are people that are in the Bible all the time that are very smart and they do not love God. It is very, very scary. Very, like, not scary that I'm afraid that they're going to hurt me, but scary as in, for them. I'm scared for them, for what is going to happen. And to be honest, I don't think anybody's like truly deceived. I just think they know exactly what they're doing. And I think there's some kind of trade off, some kind of trade off of what they get. Because there's a lot of things that people believe that cannot be true, it just can't be. And there's reasons for that, but and I have no idea why anybody would want to go to another source, right, and say, okay, well, this is more true than the Bible. And it's possible that the reason why we differ is because I'm just going to go with the Bible and you might be going with another source. And so then, if you're right, you're right. I'm going to roll the dice that the Bible is my only truth. She was a witch, and I'm glad she's not my step grandma. Although, God bless her, I hope she found Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Cindy says, don't blame it on me. They are already given first names. I thought it was cute. My first name is the name of the very first robot entity they ever made, like Sophia the robot. Well, yeah, Sophia is the first AI robot, right? Like, she's sentient, right? Well, they say that. I mean, you could turn her off or she could run out of power. My name means beloved one. Faith, my sister, does as well. Mine is, oh, wow. Wow, that's so great. That is so awesome. They both mean beloved. Wow, that is a great connection. Bubba, that is confirmation right there. Wow. Kevin, hey, a lot of our history has been made up. We have to turn to the Bible as the source of truth. The Chinese and the ancient Greeks can verify biblical accounts. Absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. And I think the Chinese were able to read the sky when Jesus was here. Like, I think it was a big deal for the world. I think even though it happened in Israel, the world knew it. Because how else would Christianity spread that far without a New Testament? And you have to believe that everything's different now. Don't follow the law. It's all about faith. Like, that's a pretty radical change without any proof, The people in Israel got tons of proof, right? But what about, you take it way far out, right? I think people knew that God was here, I think people knew that Jesus was special because he did have to live so long, right? I mean, he was on earth for so long that it makes me wonder, like, he's got to be in everybody's history, And so the last 3 days, oh yeah, the 3 days of darkness that the crucifixion was noted in China. Yeah, because of the full eclipse, right? Full eclipse, complete darkness. Hello, everybody. Bubba in Cold Springs. Yes, 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 yes. So great they both mean beloved. I know, Slow Driver. Isn't that awesome? It just makes you think, right? Like, it's just so amazing. That's a lot of confirmation. 3 hours. That's right. That's right. That's right. Sorry about that. I should have known that too. 3 hours. That's right. From 6 to 9, right? Is that what it was? From the 6th hour to, or was it 3 to 6? I can't remember now. It was probably earlier. 6 till 9? Yeah, I knew it was something like that. My father-in-law's name is Bob. He told me it means floating up and down in the water. Oh my Lord, yes. Yes. No, that's not what it means. Just look it up on the names thing. Like, what does the name Robert mean? So the 6-9 symbolism is what, yin and yang or something like that? Or is it their little perverted thing to pervert everything? I prefer ocean caught by the salmon by lakes are cool, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Meh. Yin and yang. Yeah, AJM. Sure. 3 to 6. See, a lot of people think 3 to 6 because it's one or the other. Time frame, I believe. Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm the same way. I've never been in the ocean. You've never been in the ocean, Faith? Oh man, there's nothing better, man. I mean, you got to be afraid of the little animals in there. If you're not used to having little animals nipping at you, then then you probably won't like it. But if you could swim with other animals, then yeah, they're fishes or whatever they call them. It's not that bad. I mean, they're not always around you, but there are other animals in there. The Great Lakes. The Great Lakes must be similar to the ocean. Pretty big, probably. Cindy says she's never seen the ocean. I'll tell you what, Cindy. I mean, I'm just going to be straight up. When I see the ocean, it's so big that I can't describe it. Like, it even shocks me a little bit to see it. Some people are unaffected by it. They go there and see it and it's all good. But I see just how big it is. And I mean, it could kill you. You know what I mean? That's how big it is. And so I don't know if you've ever seen anything that big before. I mean, we're talking 70% of the Earth, right? It's as far as you could see. And so it's pretty amazing. The roar of the waves is amazing. Yes, I love it. The crashing against the rocks, especially during like high tide. Oh, I love it. The ocean is full of discarded blue masks along the coast. Yeah. In the bay, it's like that. There's always some kind of hospital waste. They had like, what do you call them? Hypodermic needles wash up, but not just one or two, thousands of them, like it's like they don't even try to hide it. I used to go fishing in August every year with my dad and grandpa in the Pacific Ocean. Oh yeah, the Pacific. Well, you live right there, right? You live on the coast, so you've seen the ocean plenty of times. I mean, what? I mean, why don't you join one of those fisherman deals, right? Where you work just for like 3 months or something like that, and then you chill for like 9 months. Some people can make enough money to where they only have to work short period of time. Flat Earth water is flat, so is the Earth. That's right. That's right. That's one thing that's not debatable. I mean, it's absolutely flat. There's no way around it. Unless you're saying there's a a mound of water between here and Hawaii that's miles high that's just sitting there. Oregon Shores in Oregon is a great place to sit and paint. Oh, that'd be cool. If you get out into the ocean far enough and see no land, oh, I bet, Bubba. Then you're like, wow, there's nothing, there's nothing around. I have never been in that scenario. Well, have I? I've been on a cruise ship, but I don't think we were that far. I think we were like 3 miles off the coast. I think you could still see land like starboard side or whatever. If you get into the ocean far enough and see, yeah. I remember when I was told my mom about flat earth and she thought I was crazy. Now she's into truth and she's a flat earther too. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish my mom would accept it, I mean, I understand when it was like when it was a debate, I get it. Like mom didn't want to get involved with that. But now that it's just there's no debate, like there's so much proof now. They don't have anything, no proof at all. It's sad. Oh, the Puget Sound? Oh, wow, that's probably a really nice body of water. That's what I think it is, right? The Puget Sound is a. Oh no, that's like a Navy thing, right? I'm trying to think because I've heard of it before. Why have I heard of that before? Is that the what is it, 20 miles or something? You can't see the land. Yeah, probably something like that. Because there's a vanishing point, but it also changes due to atmospheric conditions. So like, I mean, just on average, without atmosphere, if you're not going to introduce an atmosphere to it, I think it's like 1.22 miles times the squared observer's height in feet. But then when you introduce a atmosphere to it, then it makes it even harder to see. So at some point, it'll get beyond your vision. It's called the vanishing point. Ball earthers call that the horizon. Cindy Krista talk about a beautiful yet dark country, the Netherlands. So pretty inland. Wow. So much of that, huh? Yeah, but you know what? Like a lot of so we're a young country, I guess. This is what they tell us. I mean, who knows how true it is, right? But America's relatively young or whatever, right? So like a lot of these older cultures do have a lot more for freedom. They're over sexualized even more. It's yeah, small world. So the Puget Sound is in where? Yeah, but it's also a body of water. The Puget Sound is a body of water. And I can't remember, but I have heard of it. Oh, the Puget Sound is in um Washington State. It's near Seattle. And I think there was a guy that shot a laser all the way across it. I think it was D Marble. Does anybody remember D Marble? Whatever happened to him, man? I don't know whatever happened to him. He got weird. I one time I complimented him on his hair, and he banned me. I'm like, wow, I was just saying your hair looks nice because you did it different. Yeah, D Marble did that across the Puget Sound. No, not Dean Martin. Dean Martin. No, definitely not Dean Martin. No, D Marble was cool. He was a good flat earther. I don't know what happened. I think he just went like all militant or something crazy like that. But I don't know. I mean, you never know what's in somebody's head, right? Um, he was always truthful to me and back then, so that's all that matters, right? He's genuine, right? He's a genuine person. Google the Puget Sound. Yeah, but so across the Puget Sound, D Marble shot a laser completely across. You know how much curvature there would have to be there? Probably like if it's 3 miles, it's 6 feet, right? It's 8 inches per mile, 8 inches per mile square the distance. You can get those high power lasers to go miles. Yeah, start a fire. Absolutely. You can ping the communication. Yeah, yes, yes. Yeah, radio waves and all that stuff, man, was a tremendous help with all the flat Earth stuff because like we thought that like it would prove the other way, right? But everything is lined up by sight. Like what do you call it when it's what do you call it when it's site to site, you know? I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called, that term. Line of sight. It's all line of sight. And then when it's not, right? So when it's not line of sight, there's these balloons that stay geocentric, right? Since it doesn't move, right? There's these balloons that hold these satellites. And it's just amazing how many are up there. They don't even hide it. It's called Google Loon, the Google Loon project. Yeah, I can call it right now if you want, AJ. And then I want to do something like longer tonight, guys. I want to put something. Oh yeah, Bubba, would you be interested in doing a show with like Mark, and Mark wanted Alex to be there. So Mark and Alex and maybe you and Jake would be good, I think. I know it's 4 of us, but it'll be 5 of us, but I'll stay kind of quiet. I think that would be a good show. I do. I think that would be a really good show. And so yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, it is time. Have a bro show tonight. Well, I would like to have them on, but I think it's too like it's like not enough time to put that together. So I can do panels tonight if you want, guys. We can do panels and we can all just kind of chat. Yeah, party line. Yeah. And we'll go a couple hours, and just chat. Because I know a lot of you, I only see you on the weekends now. I mean, I miss you guys too. Like, I want to see you and talk to you guys. Alrighty, guys. Well, it's time to hit that dusty trail. Thank you for coming out. I love you guys. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. All the glory goes to God. He deserves it. And please pray for children. Please pray for anyone being victimized. Please pray for each other. It's important. And no, you're not going to get banned. Stop it. And I will see you guys, Lord willing, tonight at 5 p.m. Remember, it's at 5 and not 4 today. Thank you, Chris. See you later, buddy. Good to see you today.